your half-assed reporter, the guy on the bike, and we are out in Bushwick, and we're gonna try to run in and see some shows. I'm gonna stop here at Interstate. Hello. They're doing construction in the main gallery space, so we're gonna go down to the subterranean gallery. This is a show by Cindy Kim titled The Celibate Machine. And I guess this is video, drawing, and I guess you could call this sculpture. As a dog returns to its vomit, a man repeats his sins. High-def video on loop, 1 minute, 8 seconds. A perverse mode of representation that cheats on the surface of the produced desires, effects of lifelike movements. Yes, the human eye can perceive 10 to 12 images per second individually. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now I'm looking at the drawing. The parable of the blind leading the blind after Bruegel. That's what I thought. It looked like Bruegel. Latex, acrylic, and graphite on wall. 10 by 28 feet. The parable of the blind. 1568. Peter Bruegel the Elder. Blah, 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 blah. The leader on the far right, unbeknownst to the rest, has already fallen into the ditch. For the time is thus telescope made eminent. Okay, well, actually, yeah, this is interesting because I thought this was white chalk, but it's actually just the shine of the graphite on this matte black wall. And Cindy has disappeared, made invisible the actual character, so we just kind of see the empty clothing floating along. Nicely rendered. And then we'll look at these. This is a series of sculpture, and I believe this is, or maybe it starts at the other end. Spiced ham. Spare meat, shoulder of pork and ham, specially processed meat. Scientifically processed animal matter. These are silicone rubber, and they're each about 4.5 inches tall by 4 inches wide. And, well, they're fists molded out of little shavings of rubber. Okay. That was our tour of Cindy Ji Hye Kim, or Cindy Kim, the Celibate Machine, here at Interstate. We're gonna keep rolling. Now we're at 56 Bogart. We're going to run into Victori MO. And this exhibition is part of Sculpture 56, a 6-week-long contemporary sculpture event held at 11 participating galleries at 56 Bogart Street in Bushwick. Well, I was around the corner and Henry at the Robert Henry Gallery said I should pop in and see this show. This is titled Meetinghouse by Amie Cunat. And basically what we've got is an installation here, and all the walls and the sculpture are made of cardboard, wasabi paper, masking tape, acrylic, flash gouache, and polyvinyl acrylic. And Amie has been inspired by objects and designs of the Shakers. I just initially was intrigued with the color, but as I came in and started looking at things, I noticed that all the walls and the wainscoting and everything is all cardboard and paper mache. This is titled Rocking Chair, cardboard, wasabi paper, masking tape, acrylic, do not sit. I'll try to read a little bit from the press release. Meetinghouse presents a collection of objects that reimages historical artifacts created by the Shakers, a sect of religious radicals who promoted equality for all its members in colonial America. Coined Shaker due to their particularly fervent style of dancing, followers congregated in spaces that were sparsely furnished, though each simple chair, stool, or pew was immaculately constructed. Impeccable craftsmanship was a hallmark of the movement's ethos. And, gee, I think that maybe some of the largest Shaker communities in America were in upstate New York. Okay, so the little table is, what is it? Garwin Table 2017, 26 by 19 by 19. And I like the carpet. So we've got a broom. Also, I like just the whole aesthetics of the the color. And gosh, Amy's even gone up there and made the beams. I've got some chandeliers. Amy calls these Meetinghouse Candelabra 2018. Oh, and you can have that for $450. And we've got the rope. This is nice. We got a wall-hung candlestick holder. And a stove. Oh, that's nice. And I like the little touches of orange and red there on the wicks. It's a nice little vignette here we're going to check out in the closet. This is Stacked Boxes 2018. Cardboard, wasabi paper, acrylic flash, hot glue, gouache and polyvinyl acrylic, 66 by 17 by 12.5. And I'll get a little closer. Amy's done a great job with some details here, and well, I like the idea of using the shakers, and they're almost a kind of a proto-minimalist approach to design. And well, I talk about the shakers and the shakers dancing. I'm thinking I just saw a documentary titled The Wild Wild Country, I believe, which is a story of the Rashnichis, a strange cult that settled out in Oregon. And part of their ritual was some intense dancing. Anyway, this has been a run-through of Meetinghouse by Amie Cunat. Here at Victori MO, 56 Bogart Street. We're going to look at an exhibition by Juliette Dumas. Nope, I'm good, thank you. And the title of the show is Angels. And it's, well, fairly sparse. This is titled Life-Size Whale Flukes. This is mixed media on 2 panels. So it's canvas. Well, I was looking at this and noticing that there's a lot of intentional crackle. So I don't know what Juliette is doing, but she gets kind of a very nice stressed, kind of old and weathered looking surface. And actually the figure looks like this is scraped through, so she's got a layer of white paint that she gouges, scratches, scrapes, and rather than additive, she's doing the creating the images in a reductive or a subtractive way. Also, that's a big painting. That's 5 by 12 feet. Well, I just spoke with the gallerist, and so the title of this one is Le Grand Bleu Whale Fluke, and it's clay pigments and gouache on paper mounted on canvas. This one is Whale Fluke Night. And I believe this is also 60 by 144 inches or 5 by 12 feet. So all of these pieces by Juliette are depictions of a whale tail. And as I was saying, she's got a kind of an interesting medium that she's using, which is this clay and pigments and gouache. And then she's kind of scraping it away. I did kind of get the impression that these kind of look like woodcuts. There's a wonderful surface. Although it would be interesting to see how this holds up in 20 or 30 or 50 years. And wondering if she's kind of tiled. See little seams in here. I wonder if she tiled the paper in on these panels. Well, these are the pieces that caught my eye initially when I came up here, and these are untitled. And this is clay and pigment on wood. Well, about 15 years ago, I was down in Brazil, and I went to visit a friend's beach house, and he actually had an old seaside whaling cottage that he had, and they had a couple of whale ribs there, and but they were real. But that's what made me realize that this was all dealing with kind of the idea of the whale, and maybe the whale tail is the last part of the whales as they disappear. This is titled Whale Fluke Neri. And I would say that this is probably about 30 by 60 inches. And I like the contrast of this. The right-hand panel is mostly white, and fading into the left-hand panel more black. So this is a quick run-through of Juliette Dumas, Angels, here at the Silas von Morrissey Gallery, 109 Ingraham Street, Brooklyn, New York. You can leave your comments, criticisms, reviews, suggestions, ideas, talking points. Please subscribe and share this, like it, and as always, please help me with this. Thank you, Kate. Whoa, thank you, Peter Gunn.